Good morning, Neil. I talk with retired Major General Jeffrey Sloesher. His 34-year military career includes commanding the 101st Airborne Division, which is based at Fort Campbell in Kentucky. He wrote a memoir about his leadership in the chaos and the fog of the Afghanistan war, and it's a part of his family's legacy. General Sloesher, his father, and his son make up 3 generations of men who served. He says seeing the situation in Afghanistan deteriorate is absolutely heartbreaking. President Biden is under heavy criticism for his handling of the evacuation, which was first negotiated with the Taliban for May 1st by former President Donald Trump. General Sloesher says he really did not communicate with the Taliban during his time in Afghanistan, but remembers an experience with a man who's now one of the 3 deputies within the Taliban organization.
When I really do this, I'm kind of loath to bring this up in the media, but I mean, at the time, one of the deputies that right now of the Taliban his name is Siraj Haqqani, one of the leaders of the Haqqani group, who were brutal organization, a sub-organization within the Taliban. We didn't talk to them much at all. I mean, we did not. In fact, we did not talk. We talked through our media representatives, basically, and it was mainly threatening. I mean, I well remember in one day that I upped the price on Siraj to capture or kill him to $5 million. And we did that publicly. The next day, publicly, his organization upped the price on my head as well.
He says he has veterans that served with him or others who know of his service ask if it was all for nothing. But General Sloesher says he tells fellow veterans of that war that they need to remember accomplishing 2 things: protecting Americans from being attacked again on American soil by al-Qaeda for the last 2 decades, and for giving hope to an entire generation of Afghans.